Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Guys, I am so excited to show you all the video on our main channel today on Simple Life Reclaimed. The video started uploading last night. It's just about done. And then it's going to go through all the background checks and everything, and that YouTube makes us creators go through, making sure that it's safe for advertisers, etc. And then it'll be live. So it probably is going to be earlier than normal. Normally we have them live around, like 2 or 3 or so. It's going to be earlier than that. So make sure your notifications are turned on and be ready to go, because this one is exciting. I'm like,
It's just that one step that makes us that much closer.
Yeah, and it makes it that much more like, oh my gosh, we're really getting there. Like, oh my gosh, we're really there. So yeah, we needless to say, we're gonna have a very busy weekend this weekend. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I'm still kind of groggy. I stayed up really late editing, so a nap is in my future today. Gary's going to be running off to the store to go get some materials.
Yep, I gotta get over to the job site, start making my lists, checking it twice, making sure that all the T's and I's are dotted, and run off to town, because everybody knows that trip to town. It's a long one, and it sucks when you're in the middle of something. You're like, I gotta go back to town. I forgot a piece, that one piece, and it's like, why?
Why? Why though? Why? Well, we live pretty far out, so like going to town is kind of an all-day affair. You don't go to town, just for one loaf of bread. You go to town and you stock up on like a lot of things. Yeah. So I got a pretty big list for him as well, besides the things that he knows he needs to get.
No, and I'm hoping I can grab it all in town, and I don't have to drive out to Fort Smith.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because if that happens, now it's like a literal all-day event.
Even more, yeah, it's way more of an all-day event.
Okay, now I gotta go all the way out there and then drive back and then get all the other last-minute things, and it's like,
yeah, it just makes it that much more challenging.
Yep.
But
so I hope that doesn't happen.
I'm hoping to. Send us all your prayers, your good vibes, happy thoughts, all that stuff, because if he can get this done today, we are going to be working through the weekend, because this week has been off again, on again with rain. Like we talked to you guys about earlier, in the week we did work in the rain, but some of these things that we have coming up next, we won't be able to work in the rain. If we can, if what we're doing doesn't matter, that it's wet or whatever, we'll work in it.
We were working with French drains. It has to deal with water and excavating water out of that hole. Yeah. So we said, whatever.
But like when we were working with the concrete and doing the blocks, when it was raining, we couldn't, you can't do that. You can't mix mortar. It doesn't work out well. And sometimes when you're working with wood and when you're working with other things like that, you don't want to get it all soggy. So, it just depends on the materials that you're working with.
You want it to be dry when you put it in. As dry as possible. But, we're not working with green lumber here. Nope. You can. If it was all green, and then it'll all shrink together. Yeah. So, yeah.
But this is all, it's already pre-treated, and it's, been cured and dried out for a long time and everything, so I bet you guys are excited to hear that we're going to be working with wood.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not excited about going to the store to get wood, because
it's so expensive right now. But it's a necessary evil, I suppose. This is another step, and we've made preparations for this step, so...
Oh, yes.
We're good.
We're all right.
We're good.
We're all right. You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, for sure.
I'm going to go get a little bit of wood, and it's going to be like freaking an arm and a leg, and I'm going to be like, okay.
Come back with
Here you go.
3 boards. It's like, that'll be $5,000. You're like, why? Yeah.
Oh.
It's a pain right now. Everybody out there building, you guys know exactly what we mean.
No.
But I did read an article. My sister sent me something that said that wood prices are going down by like 33%. So
supposedly.
I don't know. Hopefully.
I've been hearing that for a long time. So
I guess we'll have to see when you get to the store. Just like take a picture of the prices.
Well, the problem is the people, or like all these places, they buy the wood in stock, right? Yeah. Or in bulk, and when it's in stock, and they paid a price for that. Yeah, they still which a lot of the times they pay the premium for it, and they don't really adjust their price until they get rid of their stock, and they can adjust their price and buy resupply and everything else. And, yeah.
And they have
just
to
a
make their
nightmare.
money back, and you
Yes.
know, I mean, I get it, it's a business, so we understand, but we don't necessarily like it.
No.
So
Exactly.
but yeah, I didn't get very much sleep last night. I stayed up editing out that video, but man, it was worth it. I really like the way that this one turned out. Very happy with it. I might have to look into doing something about some of our microphones though, but I'm afraid to, because I just use the built-in mics on the cameras, and I do hear you guys in the comment section. Sometimes you guys are like, I can't hear you, Gary needs a microphone or whatever. Here, the problem is this, is that those microphones that I've looked into, I have yet to find one that's super durable, that's going to take the beating that we're going to give it, because we really beat the crap out of all of our
I don't wear
equipment.
a watch.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've looked into some, like the wireless Rode mics. They look pretty good, but I'm afraid that if they get like a drop of rain on them, that they're going to stop working, and they're pretty pricey.
Huh.
I have to do a little bit more research on them. I would need something that would be waterproof with as much rain as we get out here, and as random as it comes. Like, I could be standing out there and it literally just out of nowhere, and you know, you don't have time to grab all the equipment sometimes.
I don't even like having my phone on me when I work, because
No.
I've broken so many
He'd probably
phones.
get irritated if I was like, wait babe, you can't start working yet, let me clip on this mic onto you. He'd be like, he hates it when I tell him to stop and like, hey babe, stop for a second, we gotta do this, and he's like, I just want to get it done.
I'm like, babe, we gotta get this going and done. Like,
I'm like,
please.
I want to get it done too, but the video. And he's like,
5 seconds, I get in a groove. He's all, baby, stop. What? Why now?
I will say this though, we throughout the years we have gotten into a pretty good groove about doing this, but it's definitely not your passion.
No.
No.
That's because when I have a task in hand and I'm trying to get it done in an X amount of time, and then it's videoing, and that time goes from this time to like, okay, now it's like pushed back the whole process, and it's just like, this is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Honestly, that's why like 90% of the videos I'm doing the majority of the talking, and then I'm just like running around filming Gary as he's getting it. Sometimes I convince him to be like, hey babe, they really want to hear this from you, and he'll do it, but it's fine. Like, we have a really good flow with how we do it.
I don't mind doing it when there's not like a huge task in hand, you know, but we're building a house and I want to get it done. I've heard how much of everybody from over here telling us to get it done quicker. I've heard it from you. I've heard it from everybody.
Hey, you haven't heard it too much from me.
No, not lately.
No.
And I appreciate it.
Not too much.
Because it drives me nuts.
Last summer,
I'm trying to get it done.
Listen, last summer when we were out there dying, shoveling, and trying to set the foundation and get all that, I was so just like sick of it. And I mean, we did it to ourselves. I had a lot of like mental things I needed to work out. That's why we did it instead of just hiring out an excavator or a track hoe. I needed that emotional, physical release.
And quite honestly, I'm glad we didn't get it done that quick, because that freeze was somewhat good and not good. Like, it was more rain than anything else.
Yeah.
And
it gave us time to plan better too.
Yes.
It gave us a little bit more time to plan and do a little bit more research before we got on to the next steps. But mentally, just doing this whole journey, I really needed that that time in the dirt. I needed that time just beating the heck out of the ground, beating the heck out of the rocks, and just, you know, it did something for me that I desperately needed. I didn't necessarily know that I needed it 100%. But I listened to the promptings inside myself and intuition, etc., and did what was necessary. So we get a lot of questions on that, like, why did you guys, spend your whole summer doing that when you guys could have just rented, a tractor? Because there's more to it than that. This whole journey of coming out here and building our house, it's not just, oh, we want a house. There's a whole other side to this. This is our dream.
Yep.
This is what we've always wanted to do, and we don't want to just rush the journey along. Like, the journey is part of the adventure, like the majority of the adventure.
No.
Like, the reward at the end of it is having the house, right? But it's all about the journey.
We did get to pinpoint exactly what we wanted the house to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still flip-flopped, even doing the footings and everything, on like how we were going to design the house per se. And we went a little overboard with all the rebar and all the concrete, just because I was all, you know what? If it changes after it's all done, we'll be ready for it.
I could build you a fortress on top of this, baby. Whatever you want. Good man. Good
But it really made it to where we were able to like get it dialed in exactly on what we wanted, how we wanted it, and everything else. It was good. It was a good time for us to take a step back while we were, struggling, digging out those trenches, and dying in the summer heat. But it's all right. It's done. That we ain't going back to that time.
It was a lot of character building for both of us. I mean, I think I desperately, really, really needed that, and I know that you needed some of it too. I think that I might have needed it a little bit more, just because you're already used to like hard manual labor, and like you're already used to.
I was looking at it like we just need to get somebody out here with a tractor and just get at it, because that's how I was like, no, we're gonna do it by hand. All right, let's do it by hand. I mean, I can't say that it can't be done.
Yeah.
We did it.
And when you set your mind to it, anything really can be done.
Yes. It's just nuts that we did it by hand.
Yeah.
No, there's not many people out there that can say they dug their footing by hand.
No, not too many.
Like,
not too many.
That's insane. I mean,
I never knew that was a check off the old life box that I wanted to check off, but hey.
You can check that one.
Check that one off. So guys, we wanted to ask you, what is your dream? Like, what's your dream? What drives you? What's your driving force? For us, it's our family. First, our family, and being able to enjoy the time with our children and each other, and provide a simpler life in these crazy times for our children and ourselves and our family. And the house is obviously a big part of that dream, because when it's all said and done, we're building everything with cash, so there's not going to be a mortgage, which is going to allow us a lot more flexibility with our time, and being able to spend that time with family and whatnot. But I always wonder, to the folks that are at home watching these videos, we hear so many wonderful comments from you guys. You guys tell us stories about your life. You guys tell us, sometimes people will tell us stories about your dreams, but more often than not, we hear a lot of, oh, I shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yes.
And I want to offer you some encouragement that it's really never too late.
Yes.
And if this is your dream, if you dream something like us, like, you want to go back to, I guess, kind of more basics, and, get out there and try something new, that you can do it. Like, I know there are people, look at Mama V. I'm not throwing you under the bus, Mama V. I love you so much. But she's all by herself, and she's not, our age. She's as old as like my mom. Mm-hmm. And she's out there getting it every day. Possum Run Homestead, Mama V, she's out there getting it, working really hard, and she's alone, and she's older-ish, right? So if your excuse is, well, I'm alone, nix that one. If your excuse is, well, I'm too old, nix that one. If your excuse is you don't know how, or you have no knowledge, you got a phone in your hand, or the internet. Obviously you have the internet because you're watching this video. You have there's
endless supply
of knowledge. Gary and I we didn't know anything. We just had the dream, right? And with the dream, we decided to start making a plan on how we were going to achieve that dream. And we started executing it step by step by step. And we've gained knowledge along the way. If you don't know how to gain knowledge, just start Google searching stuff, YouTube searching stuff.
My parents used to have the how-to books, basically, and I used to read them when I was a teenager, just to go through them.
Your parents did have quite the library.
But they have that all online now.
They do.
I remember back in the day where you had to go to the library, or you had to go and research it and physically have a hard copy to actually look at the material on hand, and it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, you have everything.
You got YouTube, you got Google, you got all these search websites and everything else. Obviously, everybody knows in this time of age, you have to do a lot of research, and you have to, give and take on every single one, because there's a lot of misleading information out there, and there's a lot of good information out there. So you got to do a broad spec and then take it all in and try to figure out for yourself.
Come up with your own conclusion at the end of it, right?
Correct.
Do your own due diligence and research, And if all else fails, I'd say one of the greatest benefits for us has been reaching out to some mentors. Like with the blocks, Nick with Mudman Masonry. Nick, big shout out to you. I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but bro, you really pulled through and helped us. You didn't have to do that. But we actually contacted a brick mason or block mason, whatever. But we actually contacted one to get some pricing because we were considering, like, we looked at that job and we were like, oh man, this is so overwhelming. I don't know if we can do this.
It's going to take us months.
Yeah.
It's going to take us months.
It's going to take us so long. I don't know if we could do this. We contacted a couple different people, and Nick actually came out, gave us a consultation, gave us a quote. It was quite a bit outside of our budget, but he took the time to answer our questions. And when we explained to him, you know, what we wanted to do, like we were considering doing it ourselves, he like jumped in there and he was more than happy just to give us tips and tricks and advice. And I truly believe, because we found this to be true in our own lives, that if you go out there and you reach out to people, that people in general want to help other people. I know that we want to help other people. I'm sure that you out there watching this, you probably have that inside of you where you want to help other people. Obviously, you don't want to do it to your own detriment, you know, but people want to help other people. And if you ask questions and if you are, you know, forthcoming and whatnot about your intentions, people are very happy to be that person that was there, you know, to help. And so for us, that person in instance of the blocks, that was Nick.
Yeah.
And Nick really, really helped us a lot. He didn't do it for us.
No.
But he just gave us all of the firsthand experience through knowledge. And
he did come and show us up on the first row.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
I did like 11, and he came and he was all did 12 in like a matter of like
30 minutes.
Not even. It was like 5 minutes, and he did 30. I was all, or 12 or whatever, and I was like,
how? But he's been doing it for 30 years. I was sitting here
all day, and I did those 11, and you just come and did that 12. You just doubled my work in like 5 minutes. Like, I was just like, okay, well.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, reach out to people, find yourself a mentor, somebody in person, you know, that you could talk to. There's lots of, we want to have our platform also be used for you guys to reach out to one another. So if you, I don't know how necessarily you guys would be able to do that other than through the comment section, but you know, when we do our live chats, or if you guys are reading comments and you guys, you know, you see familiar faces, make friends. Make friends, talk with each other. You'd be so surprised, you know, how many people out there are just really looking for that community and that connection. And if we can help foster some sort of a community, that would be a huge blessing to us. That would make us feel so good. So use us as that vessel to make connections with other people. You know, get out there and help people. Like that's what we like to do, you know? So I don't know. I don't want you guys to ever sit there and think, because we get so many comments all the time like, oh, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's too late for me, I could never do what you guys are doing. And I want to offer you guys encouragement that if Gary and I can do it, we have no experience, we're not rich, we have a family, there's so many things that we could sit there and blame as the reason why not to. But we took those obstacles and we turned it around. We're like, these actually, instead of these being the reasons why not to, these are the reasons why we need to. And, you know, you make a plan and you start working the plan diligently, and you will get to the end result.
If there is a will, there is a way.
That's darn right.
You just need to find the way.
Yes.
And if you have that will, you will find the way.
Yes, you will. Come hell or high water, right? Is that what they say? I was trying to say the saying, you know, the other day, but yeah, it's something like that. But if you really want it, man, there is nothing that you can't achieve.
Yes.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to have a lot of money. You have to just have a lot of desire and will and determination.
No.
There's always a way to get over the obstacles. There's always a way to make your dream happen, man. Just don't give up on yourself. And I think that's something that a lot of people do, is they give up on themselves.
Way too quick and easily.
So quick. And, you know, they try and they fail and they're like, oh, well, I'm just never going to get it. It's just never going to work out for me. Nope. And having a attitude of negativity like that really will help determine your negative outcome. If you have more of a positive mindset, like, well, that didn't work, let's try something else, you know? Or that didn't work, let me try that again, but, you know, slightly different.
It took us about 3 years to finally achieve what we've been trying to with this dream. And it's still not even done.
No.
we're building, you know, I mean, we're living the dream as we're doing it, but it's not fully came to tuition yet, because we're still living it.
Yep.
And it's just day by day, and there is a will, there is a way, and we're going to make it work.
Yes. So we wanted to offer you guys some encouragement today to go out there. Let us know what your guys' dream is. Talk with some other people. You guys might find people in this comment section that share a dream with you guys. Who knows? Maybe you guys can help motivate each other.
Yes.
That's pretty much what we want to offer. We want to offer community, and we want to offer you guys some encouragement. So there's no questions for us to answer today. The majority of the questions that we've been asked have actually already been answered here on Real Talk. So please go to some of our older videos. I am sure you will be pleasantly surprised that we've already answered a lot of the questions regarding, you know, French drains and building and why are we doing this and not that. And we've answered a lot of them already. So we hadn't really gotten any new ones overnight. So there was nothing really for us to answer. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here with us and for all of your positivity that you guys continuously give us. We just want to throw that back out at you today and wish you guys a wonderful weekend. We will not be doing a Real Talk again until Monday. We do take the weekends off from Real Talk, but you guys will get a brand new video from us on Simple Life Reclaimed today, shortly, hopefully within like an hour or two, so make sure notifications are turned on. It's a really good one. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So look forward to that one on the main channel, Simple Life Reclaimed. And I guess we'll see you guys on Monday. So until then, guys, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.